First off, hello everybody. Appreciate you guys joining us today. So I'm Tim Wagner, CMO here at Supreme. And first off, big time apologies for last week. We actually tried to no avail to launch our first webinar last week. We ran into some pretty substantial GoToMeeting technical issues at the last second. So really appreciate your patience. Sorry for the inconvenience for last week for sure, but glad you could join us today for the kind of initial kickoff for us here on this new webinar series. So really the idea of these, we're going to do these on a monthly basis, and really they're to kind of just increase and heighten our communication to you guys in the field. We do obviously touch base with a lot of you guys daily, but there's a lot of communication that probably needs to happen above and beyond that, because there's a lot of, I think, services and projects and different rollouts and things that of that nature that you guys are probably not aware of that I think you would obviously benefit from. And then another thing we want to highlight too in these webinar series is going to be just best practices. What are we seeing all across the different regions that are working well? Maybe things that we're working very strategically and closely with specific branches in parts of the country that are working great, that maybe we can leverage that and scale that to other areas in the country. And then we'll look at case studies from time to time as well. We'll probably bring in vendors from time to time also, so we can kind of share best practices from them, and I'll also go cover some things that from their servicing perspective and what they offer, and what we can do is our leveraged position with that vendor as well, that would obviously benefit you guys. So today we're going to actually be talking about a new self-servicing platform called Ignite, and Des and Travis will walk us through that. But before we get into that, we'll go ahead and do some just quick introductions. We're adding to the team. We already have a very, very good, strong foundation and some fantastic people on the team already, and we've already started to add new talent to that team. So we'll go over just real quick introductions here, and then we'll go through some housekeeping items, and then from there we'll just get into the rest of the Ignite walkthrough for today's webinar. And then at the end of this, we'll do a Q&A as well, and I think you can actually leave you're in listen-only mode. So if you type in your questions, if you may have them, if we have time, we'll answer those. If not, we'll compile them and get answers back to everyone that's joined this call today after this meeting. So with that, let's go ahead and kick it off. I'll pass it off to Desiree, and we'll go ahead and start with some introductions real quick. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Desiree Tuvno. I'm the Senior Marketing Manager. Been here for almost 4 years now. I know just enough about everything to be dangerous, so I can help you, direct you to the right person on our team, depending on what you're wanting to do. And I also handle more long-form content creation, such as video and blogs.
I'm Travis Calhoun, Online Experience Specialist. I've been on board for about 6 months now. I'll do all the custom web design and be able to handle a lot of the pre-LO website situations you may run into, and also any Ignite questions you may have once we get into that.
Hi everyone, I'm Angela Grom. I'm the Field Marketing Specialist. I came on shortly after Tim, so I'm new to Supreme as well. My role will basically be the liaison between corporate marketing, communication, and the field. So you'll be probably hearing from me quite frequently.
David Kim here. I am the Information Specialist. I started in November 2016, so I feel like I know quite a lot, but if you have questions or just want to talk, just reach out and we can talk about vendors or CRMs.
Hi, my name is Celia Swearingen. I am the marketing coordinator here in the department. I'm your first point of contact if you call us on our direct line or if you email the marketing inbox. So I'll be probably communicating with all of y'all.
Hey, how's it going? This is Jonathan Ramirez. I am a CEO graphic designer. I've been working here at Supreme for almost like 4 years. Yeah, pretty much the guy behind creating most of the marketing pieces around here. Well, me and Mark.
Hi, I'm Nathan Rice. I'm the video design specialist. Anything motion graphics related, anything, any kind of video at all, I'm the guy you're going to be talking to, most likely me or Desiree. You guys need anything, just reach out.
Hi, I'm Mark Weckman. I do graphic design. I've been here for a little over a year, and if you need help with any graphic assistance or needs, me and Jonathan will be able to help you.
Hey y'all, I'm Jessica Taylor, the marketing assistant. So like Billy, I'm going to be one of your first points of contact. So you'll definitely be hearing from me a lot. So anything you guys need, we'll help you out.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrew Haberman. I'm our new digital marketing specialist, and this is my second month here at Supreme. So I handle everything related to our social media management program, for those of you that are enrolled in that or interested in getting that going. And then I'm also in charge of our digital marketing strategy moving forward.
Tim, do you want me to hop into the housekeeping items?
Yeah, you got it. Thanks.
Okay. Before we get started, I just want to cover a couple of general questions and key things that you might deal with a lot when reaching out to the marketing department. The first thing is the submission process for custom pieces. So as most of you hopefully know, we have an on-demand system for our flyers and brochures and things like that, which we're switching to Supreme Ignite today, which we'll go over. The bulk of this webinar will be dedicated to, but for custom pieces, anything that you don't find on the on-demand systems, you can always just email marketing@supremelending.com. And just as a reminder, the more information you have for those custom pieces, the better. So whether that's dimensions or who you want, to co-brand with, or what product you want to cover, just things like that. The more you can give us, the faster we can turn that around for you. We do try to keep our turn times as fast as possible, but kind of adding those details in the submission do help us do so. The next thing is the cost approvals. Most of you know we do have to approve anytime there's a cost associated with marketing, whether that's printing flyers or creating a website, we do have to get that cost approved. Right now, it's a pretty manual process where we email you a PDF, you get that signed by yourself and the branch manager, and then we submit that for approval. We are working on a new portal for this process. Hopefully this will launch early September. So what that will do is we'll have a link on Supreme Insight under the marketing tab that you'll be able to click on and fill out the math electronically. And then whoever needs to assign it or approve it or sign it can also do so electronically on that online form. So be expecting some communication from us about that. I'm excited that will hopefully streamline that process a little bit for you. Next thing I want to hit on is the loan comparison tool. If you're a branch manager, you might have heard about this on the most recent branch manager call, but we are launching a new internal tool called Loan Compare, and this will enable you to pretty much immediately generate loan comparisons with several different product types. I know right now it's a very manual process within Encompass, and it's also a manual process getting that to us for any kind of open house flyers or any kind of materials you need. But this system, we're really excited about it. You'll be able to just generate your pricing and export a PDF and send it over. It'll already be approved by compliance and everything. So be expecting also some communications from us concerning that toward the end of the month. And like I said, hopefully we're looking to get that launched early September. For vendors, we've had some questions, especially if you're a little bit newer to the company, on which vendors are approved and which are not. We actually have a tab on Supreme Insight under vendor management that will go over, it will list all of our approved vendors and also give you a space to submit a vendor for potential approval. Let me just sign in and show you that real quick. So on the vendor management tab under engage with a vendor, here's where you'll find the list of all of the approved vendors. Real secure today. So here's where you'll find all the approved vendors you can search. It has by vendor type. Some of them are approved, nationwide. Some are just certain states. So feel free to kind of scroll through here for one you might be looking for. And then you can also do a new vendor request form if you don't see a vendor that we already have. And once you fill out this form, marketing and vendor management will get together with compliance and review the vendor and ensure that it's up to code for our company, and then we'll add it to the list. So just want to touch on that. And then the last thing is a vendor cheat sheet that we created. I know there's a lot of questions as we keep adding, different services and functionalities to marketing, what costs what's free, all of those questions. So we developed a vendor cheat sheet that we're going to send out after this webinar along with the recording that will kind of go through, what's included in you just being a part of Supreme, and then what is an additional charge. So hopefully that'll help you guys when going through making those decisions. But on any of these things, always, feel free to reach out to marketing with any questions.
We did see somebody's hand go up, Karen Johnson. I'm not sure if that was an accident or not, but we do have a chat box as well for you to type in your questions. We'll do the best we can to answer them as we're going through the webinar, but we are holding a Q&A at the end. So if you want to hold your questions until then, that's fine. If you want to ask them now, Karen, did you have a question?
No, just okay. Where's the chat box?
There's on your GoToMeeting, the bar that opened up that shows the attendees and also share your screen and whatnot. There at the bottom, the very last gray bar, it says chat, and then type your message under there. That's where you can type in your questions. But as well, if you want to raise your hand again at the end during Q&A, we can answer everybody's questions then as well.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, you bet.
Okay, so our new on-demand marketing platform, we're calling Ignite, and I'm going to go through some of the top-level stuff and the things that you'll need to know to get started. And as we roll this out, we're going to roll it out in stages. So we're going to be giving you access to a lot of the collateral today, so flyers, both normal and co-branded, and then also any of the other, typical collateral that you may get on Insight will be on there as well. And I'm going to walk through how to make sure your profile's set up correctly, and then also show you the email signatures, and then how to add business partners, so realtors or builders or whoever you may co-brand with, and then I'll actually walk through creating a couple flyers with you guys. So in general, this platform is going to allow us to kind of do several things from one place. The LO sites have been up for a few months now, and they are actually generated from your profile. If you've accessed your profile for your LO site, that's the same portal and same profile that you will use for all of your different collateral, like your flyers and brochures and everything else. Let's see. I'll do that. Okay, so let me get this set up for you. There are a couple ways to access the platform. The one you're probably familiar with right now is through Supreme Insight. Okay, so if you were to log into Supreme Insight, the first way you can access the new platform is to go to the Marketing tab. And then on the left side, under Marketing Materials, at the very bottom, there's a link that's for new on-demand marketing. And when you click that, that'll actually sign you in to your account on the new system. So this is a screen you'll see when you first log in to the new system. Some of you have probably already seen it if you've changed any of your profile settings for your LO site. So the first thing we'll want to do when we log in is to make sure everything in your profile is correct. And the profile can be found at the bottom left side here. There are some of these profile fields you won't be able to change. They'll either need to get approved, or it'll be something like your title, which will need to go through branch support first. But if you see something that's incorrect, please let us know. There was a lot of information that first got uploaded, and so if you see a phone number that's not correct and you can't change it, let us know. We've added this email display field here. This is so we had some people who the system initially has your email address all lowercase, and some people like to, I'll show you. Okay, here, let me get, I'm gonna switch one here. Okay, we'll go into the profile. So the email display field right here, whatever email address you put in this field is what's going to show up on your collateral, like your flyers or brochures and all those different pieces. We had some people that prefer, like we used to do with the custom flyers, to have the uppercase first name, uppercase last name. So this kind of allows you to do that how you want. Standard contact information. The other thing I want to highlight is the custom or vanity URL. Whatever is in this field is going to show up on your flyers as well. So if you leave it blank, you will not have a website show up on your flyers. So even if you're using your LO website address, go ahead and type it how you like it to be shown in this field. The profile image, you can upload your profile image. You don't have to size it specifically. The system will resize it for you. So if you want to use a higher resolution image, you can. And then we've gone over this in the past, but you also, if you haven't seen this, here are some of your LO site options. You can change different banner images for your homepage. And if you don't see an image that you want that's not specifically for your market, or you want something else, you just email us and we can find some and put them up there for you to where you'll be able to choose them. You can add e-lending guides if you have them. And let's see. If you want to do turn times that are specific to your branch or you personally, you can put those in here. As we just ask that you submit some documentation so we can verify those turn times. This section allows you to choose which loan programs you want to show or not show. So if you don't really do any renovation or remodel products, you don't have to show them. As of right now, I believe you can add up to 6 testimonials. And we just ask that you put the first name, last initial, and you check that you have the approval of the person giving the testimonial to use it. And these are one of the sections that'll need to get approved by us before they go live on your site, which you won't have to do anything else. Once you hit save and once it gets approved, it'll go live. You won't have to redo anything. And then once you add all your stuff, go ahead and hit save profile. So the first thing is to go through and make sure your profile is correct. And then the next thing I would recommend, if you have any, is adding business partners. And this is where you can add your realtors or builders or whoever you may co-brand anything with. And to do this, you guys won't actually see these names right here until you start adding your own. So to add a business partner, you go down to the add item, and you just kind of fill out their information. So and luckily, you only have to do this once for each business partner you add. If your partner has a license, you can put it in here. And if they're a licensed realtor, you can mark yes, or if they're not, you can hit no. At the bottom, this is where you can upload their headshot and also their business logo. So let's do that. You just add it from your computer. And this is a rather large image, but you can take this box and make it larger. And you hit OK. And you can do the same thing for the partner logo. And once you have all their information in, you can save it. There we go. Sorry, just getting this chat box out of the way. Okay, so now that we have a business partner added, I'll show you the email signatures and then how to create both a normal flyer and a co-branded flyer. If you hit this logo at the top left, it'll take you back to the home screen from wherever you are. And for your email signatures, it's this far right button. You can choose no photo, no button, no photo with a button, with a photo, no button, and with a photo and also with a button. You can click on any of them and it'll open up a new window and give you an example, and you can click on the different options here. And once you choose which one you want, you click copy to clipboard, and then that's on your clipboard. So then you can open up your email client, Outlook, or whatever you use, and paste that into your signature area. Okay, so the majority of your marketing materials are going to be located in this collateral marketing asset manager, we call it. So you can click here on collateral. And this will list all the flyers and different marketing materials we have. You can, if you're looking for something specific, you can either type it in. So let's say VA. and it'll start to narrow it down depending on what you type it in. You can look by topic, so brand, builders, condo, conventional. You can also look by type, so brochures, postcards, posters, flyers, and we're going to continue to add to this. Not everything we have right now is uploaded, so if you see some things that aren't fully loaded out yet, just be patient because we're constantly uploading stuff. You can also look through by objectives, so recruiting, if you have an event, channel education, you know, whatever you're looking for. So when you figure out which flyer you want to use, we will use, let's see. I'll go with one I can see, Step Home Star. So when you click on one, this is what you'll see. You can get a preview of it. If you click on the actual thumbnail here, it'll open up in a different window. And it will have this watermark on it as per the preview, but you can kind of see it in a larger format. And this, where it says item right here, this box is where you're going to choose if it's co-branded or not. So if you want a co-branded one, you'd select co-branded, and if it's just yourself, you click the normal one. When you want to customize it, you click Customize. Okay, so what you want to know about this screen is on the left side, these are the different fields that you have options to add. And for most of these, it's already taking your information. So the only thing that's required is this one state disclosure, so one disclaimer. So you, on the right side, you choose which state you need the disclaimer for. And it will automatically put that disclaimer on the flyer. And if you like, you can choose up to 10 disclaimers to add, but most of the time people will just be using one. From here, you can view the PDF again. Which it actually downloads, so it'll be a preview like this. And it will still have the watermark. From here, you can save your customizations if you want and name it something. If you plan on using this quite a bit, you can go back to it. And then the next step when you're ready to download is to click on Digital Download. From here, you can either preview it, you can go back to customize it, you can duplicate it, or you can remove it. This kind of acts as like a checkout cart. If you want, you could save the cart and go back and create more flyers and then just check out all at once and download everything at once in a zip file. Or if you want, you can go ahead and check out. And then you can download it. So that'll go ahead and download. You can copy this link and send it to a business partner or whoever you need to, and this link will act as a download link. So you could email this, and then when someone clicks on it, it'll open up a window and allow them to download whatever you've created. If you have multiple files, so if we went back and added a co-branded file or several more, you can download all files, and this will download all the files in a zip format because a lot of these files individually are rather large because they're print ready. You can view your order details down here. And eventually you'll be able to distribute these via email. So you'll be able to, if you have a campaign set up, you can go ahead and distribute it to your contacts. Yeah, we haven't turned it on. We can. So let me show you, let's say we wanted to go ahead and do a co-branded flyer. We'd select co-branded. Again, you could preview it. We'll go ahead and get into the customize. And the main difference that's going to be here is selecting your business partner. So again, on the left side, you'll see the red boxes, which are your required fields. You won't be able to proceed until these have been selected. So we'll go ahead and start with our state disclosure. Kansas. And you guys will only see the states you're licensed in this box, so you won't have to scroll through everything. And once you've selected that, click on the business partners, and on the right side, you'll have a drop down of all the business partners you've added. So we can select the one we created earlier. And it will pull up all the information you put there with their logo, image, and contact information. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and do digital download. And again, we get to the checkout. So you can either save the cart, empty it, or go ahead and check out. And again, you get to this screen. If you know you're going to be doing several flyers or adding other pieces as well, maybe best to just wait until the end to fully download everything, and you can download it in a zip file. So we'll go ahead and download this one. And these are all print ready, so you can print them yourselves or send them to wherever you like to get things printed. So before we saved that customization we did when we were creating the first flyer, and those are found under My Stuff on the left here. You can also look through different settings, or, you know, once we get videos up there, and all the different types of collateral there as well. Let's see. I know, Angela, you wanting to talk about?
Yeah, are you ready?
Yeah, I'll just show them while you're talking.
So another great thing about Ignite is it's going to house all of our marketing toolkits, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Was there any questions so far yet about Ignite? Nothing so far. Okay, so we are creating marketing toolkits for you all to use, and we are going to be housing them in Ignite. We started with condos. We have a project review department here at Supreme. These toolkits are going to contain materials for PowerPoint presentations. The condos department does have a realtor presentation. It's a training course called Convolution. They also have a training course for loan officers called Confidence in Condos. So the presentations along with teaser decks are going to be available in there. pocket brochures to use when you're giving your 30-second elevator speech to hand out. They will have flyers, as well as phase 2. Now, right now, I don't know if Travis mentioned that social media and e-blasting isn't available in Ignite yet, but there will be some templates and social media posts available in the toolkits for you to use manually if you choose to before that feature is available in phase 2. So if you have any questions about the condo toolkits, you can always reach out to the marketing department or the project review department here. A little bit more about the toolkits. We are going to be creating more, and we'll let you know as they become available. They're going to be a sort of product-based, like veteran loans, and then there'll be other consumer-based, or excuse me, consumer-facing toolkits like first-time homebuyers and millennials, things like that. So the first toolkit available to you is condos in Ignite. So go ahead and jump in there if you have time, check it out. Travis, do you have anything else to show them in Ignite?
No, we're going to be adding a lot of features as we move forward, and would appreciate any feedback, especially any kind of bumps in the road you guys may come across, to let us know so we can get in there and change some things or update it. We're going to be adding more marketing materials all the time, and eventually make it to where you can actually switch out the images and everything else. Liz, did you want to go?
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, so Ignite is not, sorry, Insight isn't going anywhere right now. As we mentioned at the beginning of this, this is kind of a soft launch, so we want everyone to get in there and start playing with Ignite. We'll have both for the time being, but we want you to start getting used to ordering all of your marketing collateral through Ignite. So Insight will still be there if you want to do the old way of doing things, but we really encourage you all to kind of move forward, start testing Ignite, and then we will send out communications when we get closer to turning off Insight and relying solely on Ignite. Are there any questions on Ignite right now? You can type them in the chat box if you have any. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up here. Desiree mentioned when we first began the webinar about the cheat sheet that we put together for you. We're going to send that out. We're going to send that out shortly after the webinar, along with the video recording. The cheat sheet, like she said, it's just a list of primary vendors that we have available, so you can easily find it without having to go through Supreme Insight if you don't want to. It's just a list of primary vendors, how much they cost if they're free, what they do. And then in addition to that, we are also going to be sending out a survey to the field. We would really appreciate if you'd take a few minutes to fill that out for us. Basically, we're just trying to understand if we're providing you what you need to market yourselves, as well as how we're servicing you as a marketing department, and really overall just how we're doing as a department. So you'll get the cheat sheet, the recording of this webinar, and the field survey. Again, please help us help you by filling that survey out. Sorry, this is Desiree again. One more thing I want to mention about Ignite that I forgot to. The open house flyers themselves will still stay on Insight for the time being. So if you're looking for those and you can't find them in Ignite, those will still have to go through Insight in the traditional manner of requesting those. And then we'll keep you updated as that changes in the future.
Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and open up the floor for a Q&A. What is this question mark? I can go ahead and if you want to raise your hands within the GoToWebinar, Adam Walters, let's see, we got a few people. Let's just start from the top. Karen, do you have a question still, Karen Johnson?
No, I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, you bet. Adam Walters, did you have a question?
Oh, yeah. I just wanted to see how we, I missed the part where you access Ignite.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So there's a couple ways. Have you accessed your profile for your LO website? Because it's the same portal. Let me escape out of here. So I'll go over that again. There are a couple ways. The easiest way initially is to access through Insight. So you'll log into Supreme Insight, go to the Marketing tab, and then on the Marketing tab on the left, Marketing Materials, and then at the bottom it says New On-Demand Marketing. We'll probably, now that we're pushing this live, create another easier button to find on Insight. But what a lot of people do, if you click here, this will automatically log you in. But if you look up here in the bar, this is the link to it. So a lot of people will favorite this on their bars, on their toolbars, or if you just have this link, you can go directly to this and you'll have a sign-in. Your sign-in is going to be your Supreme email and whatever your Insight password is. So those are the two main ways to access. And here, once you access, you guys actually have a different screen. Okay, so once you log in, this is what you'll see. And your profile, as I mentioned, is probably where you're going to want to start, both for your LO site and to make sure all the information that's going to populate on your flyers and your brochures and whatever you need, it's all going to populate correctly. Let's see, where are we going? Here, 1 second, guys. We're trying to get these questions to show up properly.
So there's a question about if you're a marketing person, or if you're working in more of a business development role where you frequently request things on behalf of different loan officers. You will not have to log in and out of their different accounts. What you'll do is just log in as yourself. You'll send marketing an email letting us know who you need on behalf of access to, and then we can grant you that access. And then what you'll do is go up to the right-hand corner.
So when you're logged in, you'll go up to this right-hand corner and select it, and then type in the name of the person you're wanting to order things for.
And then you'll at that point be on their profile and can then order things on their behalf. So you won't have to sign in and out of different accounts.
And we're also talking with the creators of the platform to do multiples at once. So you can, if you're doing stuff for several LOs or a branch even, you could keep track and do that all in one spot. We don't have that right now. Oh, and then I'm sorry, almost forgot. And then once you're done ordering their stuff, there's a link right here that says switch back to me. And that'll take you back to the OBO account or the original person's. Yeah. Let me make this bigger. Just double click on show answer question. Micro underneath the question. Oh.
All right, so, okay. Can we copy those testimonials? Yes, you can use testimonials from anywhere that you already have permission to use. So whether those are from Zillow or Facebook or Google, you can copy those into your profile. Again, the only thing is just it's going to be their first name and their last initial. And you won't see them right away that when you enter those and save your changes on your profile. That comes to us to approve, which as long as that naming convention is correct, we will do. But yeah, you can copy them from anywhere you'd like. JPEGs instead of PDF.
We'll talk to, maybe what we'll do is put a help link up there to show you how to convert a PDF to a JPEG. If you have Acrobat or anything that can read a PDF, you can just save it as a JPEG. But exporting it as a JPEG, I will check to see if there's something we can do to have that option at checkout. But I'm not absolutely sure. I'll have to have a discussion with the creators of the platform.
So in the meantime, if you have a flyer and you want to share it on social or you need a JPEG, there'll be a workaround. We'll do a cheat sheet for how to save those. And then also what we'll probably do is once we get the social media section up and running, the ones that we get requested a lot as JPEGs, we might have an option there for one of those templates to be some of the most requested flyers. So work in progress for sure, but we'll make sure we get a workaround for you as soon as possible for the time being.
Can we migrate contacts from Top of Mind into Ignite?
Can you upload a?
Yes, you can upload, as long as you can get it in the right format as a CSV, you can upload them, and there are examples and templates of how to structure that data. We will be getting into the emailing, like the drip campaigns that you can do with this and all the social media stuff within the next month. So we'll have a lot more on that.
But yeah, in the meantime, if you need any help getting contacts moved over into your business partners, just let us know and we can hop on a call and walk you through that for sure.
And can we use Google reviews for testing?
Absolutely. You can use any reviews you have access to. You know, if they've put it on the internet, it's considered public facing, and you have permission to use that. So it's just a copy and paste into those fields.
Can you please send us all a contact sheet with roles and responsibilities so we know who to call for what?
Yes, that's a great idea. We can definitely do a cheat sheet for who's responsible for what. In general, your best bet is to reach out to marketing via email, marketing@supremelending.com, or call our hotline number. Billy and Jessica are kind of responsible for that and gathering the information, and they can then direct you to who you need. So you'll always get the correct person if you reach out to one of those two platforms.
This is really awful. Can you show us how to access the vendor list again, please? Did we do that yet?
Yes. So if you just go to Supreme Insight and then go to Vendor Management.
Oh, let me scroll.
Conference room computers.
So once you're on the vendor management tab, on the left-hand side, that first tab is going to be your list of already approved vendors that you can search through. And then on the next section, the new vendor request form is how you'll request a vendor that we don't already have. Do we have an email template, script for asking clients, or testimonials on social media? It's a good question. We can definitely help create one for you, help develop some tools for you to reach out for those reviews. Also, one of our big priorities is onboarding a reputation management platform. I don't know if you want to speak to this a little bit, but what that will do is not only reach out to your contacts for reviews, it will also, automatically post any high reviews to the channel that you've chosen, and any negative reviews will come to you first to try and rectify the situation before they are posted. So it's kind of a two-prong approach, and we're currently looking for a vendor for that. But yeah, in the meantime, we can definitely help you develop a strategy to reach out to your current and past clients or partners for testimonials. Just shoot an email to marketing@SupremeLending and we'll get you set up with that.
Yeah, so like Des said, that's one of our big priorities as far as bringing on a vendor that is for reputation management. So we're looking at a couple different solutions for you guys right now. If there's one that you like, that you would like to utilize, you can put it through the typical vendor management process. In the meantime, we're hoping to cover that on a more in-depth level on one of our upcoming webinars.
Absolutely.
Kind of running out of time.
Is there one more?
Do we have to pay for CRM to do mass emails to our partners?
Yes, so CRMs are a separate cost. You can reach out to marketing or David Kim on our team. He's kind of our CRM expert, and he can kind of walk through the options and what those costs are, but they are separate outside of this platform.
Okay, there's a lot of Ignite questions here.
So I saw something about adding a custom logo. If you do have a team logo, you can add that to your profile, and that will be what populates across all of your marketing collateral. So I know we have a couple branches that have their own logo, and they're constantly having to email us and ask us to add the logo. Now you'll be able to just add it to the LO's profile, and that's what will show up rather than the normal Supreme Lending logo.
Ruben Reese. Okay, yes, this webinar is recorded, just so you know, so you'll be able to go back and watch this on your own time if you got booted out, had to leave early.
Yeah. So the auto-generated, we had a question concerning the responsiveness of the auto-generated sites. They are mobile responsive. If you're having any trouble with that, shoot us an email. We can look into your particular site. But they were all built to be mobile responsive across, desktops, tablets, and phones. We've had some people have a problem with the link on, which one?
The vendor, to engage with the vendor.
On the vendor list. What we'll probably do, we'll probably need to do anyway, is add another link to it on the marketing tab. So in our follow-up email to this webinar, we'll send the link, so you'll have it in that email if you want to bookmark it, and then we'll work on also seeing if there's some troubleshooting we can do for why it's not working on your end.
Yeah, so you can send your, oh wait.
It asked to take another one. So right now, the system, you will have to, as the LO, add the business partner's information. The platform does have is trying to develop the capability to have a realtor-facing sign-on where they can request their own collateral to co-brand with you. So we'll definitely keep you guys updated as that moves along. But for now, you will have to enter their information on your end.
Just one.
Just one. Yes, this is live. So Supreme Ignite is live. Please go in and start playing around and let us know if you run into any issues.
The frequency of these webinars, we're going to have them monthly, if not more, but to start out with, we're just going to have these monthly.
Jungo available?
Jungo is available. Just reach out and I can get you started.
So just reach out to marketing at Supreme Lending and just say in the email you're interested in Jungo, and David Kim will reach back out to you with those next steps. Yes, we can definitely help with video editing. I saw a question about that. We do have full service in-house video production, so we can do the filming as well. But if you have a local production company that you've used, or if you've filmed something on your own, we can absolutely edit that. Again, just email marketing at Supreme Lending, and we'll engage you in that conversation. Yes, we do have a text message vendor, and it works two different ways. If you can either purchase a keyword, and then so if you're at an event and you say, have everyone text your keyword, so say Supreme to 313131, and then they will receive back whatever you've chosen as a text message. A lot of our LOs will do that with their e-guides that they've had created. And then it also works the reverse way. So if you have a list that you have permission to text, we can import that, and then you can do like a drip text campaign. We've done that for recruiting before. Also, some of our CRMs do have some text capability either already or soon, to where you can do those in-process milestone alerts via text. So just depending on what CRM you're on, that's a possibility as well.
Will the vendor list show a brief description of the services offered? So the cheat sheet that we're going to send out has the vendors sort of blocked into what exactly that product is. So like CRMs, marketing automation, video production, social media. Now the vendor list that's in Insight, the full list, that's all lumped together alphabetically, but you do have a drop-down list to be able to sort it by what exactly you're looking for.
And it will say marketing specifically, or if it's for something else. So it will have a little bit of information there. But again, you can reach out anytime. So right now, again, the open house flyers are going to stay in Insight. We're actively working on moving that over to the new system to streamline that process for you. One good advancement with the open house flyers is, like I mentioned at the beginning, the loan compare tool that will really streamline and automate the loan comparison process for you. It's really manual right now, so that's one great thing. But for the time being, if you need an open house flyer, still go to Insight for those. We're running out of time. This is recorded. We are going to send this out along with a couple of other resources. But if you have any other questions, regarding this webinar or just marketing in general, please reach out to us anytime. We're here to answer all of your questions. We have a great team here who all specializes in certain things. So whatever questions you have, marketing@supremelending.com. That's a centralized inbox. We all have eyeballs on it, so you'll be able to be pointed in the right direction. But we really, really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day to kind of tune in and hear some of the new stuff we have, and we look forward to engaging with you guys on a more regular basis as well. So look for that follow-up email, and then just shoot us any questions you have.
And just one last thing on some of the flyers, we're updating kind of how your contact information is displayed on several of them. We haven't gotten to all of them yet, so if you are wanting a particular flyer and you don't necessarily like the way your contact information is displayed, just email marketing or let me know. My name's Travis, and I can switch that out really quick, and then it'll be good for you to go. There's just so many flyers that we're about halfway through. So if you run into one that there's still all the information's on there, but aesthetically wise, we kind of have a newer version. So.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.